So I'm the learning chair, one of the founding board members of EO Conference. And last week I had lunch with Aaron. And we were just talking about this event, talking about explaining EO and how Forum is one of the main things that people get a lot out of. And in Forum, one of the things that we encourage you and your Forum mates or Forum mates to talk about is what we call the top 5% and the bottom 5%. So stuff that you wouldn't normally say just in casual conversation. There's confidentiality agreement, you're talking with fellow business owners. And so it's talking real. It's talking about the stuff that is really happening, that you're really struggling with, or things that are really going great for you. So we were sitting at lunch last week, and we were going over what we wanted to talk about, and I said, Aaron, I've got an idea. I want to give an example so people have a feel for what Forum is like. I want to talk about a bottom 5%. And so he looks at me, and he kind of got this look on his face, because I told him what I wanted to talk about. And this look like, oh, shit. He's smiling back there right now. So what I'd like to do, just so everyone has a good picture, is I want to give a little context, just how EO Dynamics came about, and talk about some of the early struggles. And it's a happy story. So that bottom 5% actually turns into a top 5%. So you guys ready? Yeah. I like to go a little lo-fi. So I know Melody's got her PowerPoint guy. I like to go lo-fi. So I love a marker. I love a whiteboard. So we're going to go lo-fi. That's all right with everyone. So we started off, even before EO Grand Rapids. Anyone read Inc. magazine? Inc. magazine is one of my favorite publications. Fantastic publication. They had what they called an Inc. Business Owners Council. Several of the people in here that are a part of the EO were a part of the Grand Rapids chapter of the Inc. Business Owners Council. And we'd meet usually once a month or so. We'd have a speaker in from out of town. And we had about 25 people that were a part of that group. So we had 25 people. They decided to stop supporting that group, and so we had to disband. We had a decision to make. We've got 25 business owners, everyone's business owner million plus. Do we want to do our own thing? EO reached out to us and said, would you guys be interested in forming a chapter? And we looked into it, we had a meeting with everyone and decided that was the direction we wanted to go. And so that was in right around September of 2015. So, to form an EO chapter, you need 16 members. So we thought, we've got 25 people. It should be a no-brainer. We did 16, right? Well, it took a while. We did get there. So in February of last year, so February of 2016, we officially were announced as an EO chapter. There were 11 chapters, I believe, that formed in 2016, in the 2016 calendar year, which an EO runs from July to July. That's the EO calendar. So we started in February. You've got 16 entrepreneurs, all successful entrepreneurs, built successful businesses. We've got grand plans to bring on a bunch of new members. You would figure with all the experience in the room and all the board members running successful businesses, it would be hockey stick growth, right? Didn't necessarily happen that way. So in July, we had our annual summit. And our summit is all the board members looking at planning for the next upcoming year. And like In Good to Great, Chapter 4, you've got to confront the brutal facts. If anyone's read Good to Great, confront the brutal facts. So, from our time of launch, we had visions of X amount of members, lots of cool stuff happening. We had to confront the brutal facts. So what were those facts? Well, in July, we had lost a couple of members. We were down to 14 active members. 14 active members. So not only had we not grown, we had lost membership. Not the way all of us hot entrepreneurs were hoping to see it. We also were at a point where cash was running tight. So typical in a lot of startups, What do you do when cash is running thin? You're out of money. You get started. Start with anything on your personal credit card. So we had board members running stuff on our personal credit cards because we didn't have cash. You know, our calendar is July 1st, and so renewals come in July 1st. So we're running personal credit cards to continue financing the operations. We've had negative growth. We relied on EO to help us with our recruiting. And so they said, well, the best practice for other chapters is that, you know, you set up a lunch where people can come attend the lunch. You can invite people in. And we did a great job of prospecting. We had a lot of people come to these lunches. I would say over a period of 4 or 5 months. You know, how many people would you say we saw? 30 people?
Yeah, ish.
30, you know, ish. So we had 30 people come to these lunch, nice PowerPoint presentation, tell them all about EO, all the opportunities, everything. But at this point, a lot of it is just sort of, this is what we think it's going to be. You know, we had just started. We didn't have a lot of credibility in the marketplace. So take a guess, in our recruiting, out of these 30-ish people, how many new members did we sign up? 0. We're a donut. We're a donut in our recruiting. We've lost members, and so we're at our summit. Needless to say, a little testy. A little testy. This was Aaron. Where's Aaron? He was, you know, we had someone monitoring the summit, but he literally was in the corner like this. You know, pretty much the whole meeting. So, you know, that's where we were at July of last year. We had to cancel a couple of social events. You know, with 14 active members, you know, in the summer people are busy, and you know, there was no sense running an event for just a handful of people. So it was rough. That was bottom. You know, that is truly, you know, you're not going to hear that in a lot of circumstances. You know, at the time, if you would have asked any board members and say, "Hey, how's EO going?" You know, our stock answer would have been, "Oh, great, great." You know, how often do we all say that? How's this going? Great. You know, Forum is a place where you actually can be sitting with fellow business owners and say, you know what, that sucks. That was us last July. It kind of sucked. And this was never said, but I thought it, and I'm sure other people thought it, that what the hell? I'm a successful business owner. I'm a successful entrepreneur. How can I be a part of something? How can I be on a board? Well, we've got negative growth. What the hell? So anyway, 2 important things happened at that summit in July. 2 important things happened. You know, it ain't good to great. You know, you've got to confront the brutal facts. But in parentheses, you know, everyone remembers confronting the brutal facts. No one remembers what's in parentheses. And in parentheses it says, but always keep hope. And that's something that we did. You know, that made a huge difference. A couple of other things is actually looking at our numbers. We had to set realistic goals. We had to say, all right, we're at 14 members right now. We've had 0 growth. We're 0 for 30. So we set a very, what we hope was a realistic goal. That we'd be at 20 members the following July. And a lot of people thought that was ridiculous. But at the time, we've experienced negative growth. We're 0 for 30 in our recruiting. To a lot of people, you know, 20 was like, are you kidding me? You know, we should get 40, 50. But we had to confront the brutal facts. So we set a goal. Then, you know, our goal was 20. Then, we had to come up with a plan to get there, because what we were doing was not working. And so we said, this is what we're going to do. We've got great events. We've got great speakers coming in. What we'd like to do is start inviting people to these events. So instead of seeing a PowerPoint about it, they can actually see what an EO event is all about. They can connect with other entrepreneurs. They can have conversations with other entrepreneurs who are building businesses, who are having the same kind of problems that they're having. And they can actually see it. So the first one we did was in October. We had a negotiation expert in. It was awesome. We had video cameras set up. We had people break into teams. You know, he had video cameras on, and the rest of the people could observe the actual negotiation going on in real time. He was giving pointers. It was really cool. We had a number of people who were interested in EO at that. And lo and behold, we have like 5 new members shortly after that.